position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Caught close to the marker, it's Wilson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The give to the tailback. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for room, it's Webb. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Lagway. Finds his man. It's Webb. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like, both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Formation for these receivers. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Howard. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Kane. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hand.
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Gibson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep Self locked in during that week of preparation, Dave.
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games. It's not just...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
To the air on second down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He wants to change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to take off. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They go to the ground. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up 3. It's 3rd and 7.
I That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Brown. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on fourth down. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Making side adjustments here. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play.
Effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Howard. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He breaks the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Back to pass on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Might be changing the route. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8. Guys, let's chat about Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lagway. He's got the tight end. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. There he goes. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to throw it again. Forced down in the pocket. Lets it fly. And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Move, but 2 straight incompletions have him staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Gators! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabs in the middle. It's Thompson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Line is set on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick completion on the out. And midfield, he's got room. It's a seam wide open. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Thompson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Ball. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And timed. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. Out across the 30, mark down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On the run, it's Ball. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Fights off the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Lagway. Grab near the marker, it's Wilson. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to slam in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Leaves it with the back. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Oh, they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to end. Turning it on! They bring him down with a big play. Will move the sticks.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The option look. He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He lofts one down the sideline. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. And the Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. The short hands, it's Howard. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The lone back's got it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. Running through contact.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up.
Quarterbacks have to have great instincts, and they have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sidelines there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with. Takes advantage of it and makes the big interception.
They'll leave it with him. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The give on the inside. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And target coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Auburn trying to convert on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Brown. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Flips it out on the screen. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And that's a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
Breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. On 1st down, the quarterback sneak. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they need just a little space if they can find it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's Thompson. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. This is a real statement game, proving that you're worthy of this lofty ranking, holding off a challenger and doing it with a great passing game.
No doubt. And early in the season, like, you're trying to prove that ranking, right? There's a lot of people that doubt preseason polls and what they amount to and what they mean. But this passing attack, Palmer, it looks legit.
You're absolutely right, David. I think a lot of that preseason ranking was what happened last year, who they have coming back. But you can't ignore the talent these guys have at the quarterback position and the dudes they've got downfield catching it. That's shown up today.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things.